Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming into today's game, we've got two of the most dangerous offenses in the NFL going head-to-head. It's the Dolphins going up against the Raiders. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
All right, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Oakland Raiders. One receiver to the left is Cooper.
All right, here we go. We go around it. Hold on, baby. Alert. Alert. Hold on, baby. Alert. Alert. Hold on, baby. Alert. Alert. Damn.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
Halfback sent in motion. Time running out here on the play clock. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Dancing to his left. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
Hello, baby. Alert! Alert! Zebra! Zebra! Hey, we go rally! Rally! Hello, baby. Alert! Alert!
Throwing on first down, it's Carr. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down and 4. From the gun, here's Tannehill. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Running, it's Gray. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Time to meet the defensive starters for the Oakland Raiders, and you want to discuss one of their safeties.
I certainly do. Carl Joseph out of West Virginia. Always did a great job policing the middle of the field. A big hitter, knocked the ball away, but really added to his game his last year as a Mountaineer. Became a better cover guy and a better ball hawk before he got injured. They're really going to love him in Oakland. So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They send Parker in motion left. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that brings up 4th down.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. On 4th down, Tannehill. And he comes back with one complete. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
So they were stopped trying to run the ball on first down. Now they take a sack on second down. The offensive coordinator's got to find a way to flip the script on the defensive coordinator because right now the defense has the advantage.
Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. Here's Tannehill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a 2nd down. And Mr. Cooper Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college, but Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
Here's Carr to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let... Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Byron Maxwell. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
One thing that you find out on a sweep play is the fortitude of the people running it, because that is a run, and then there's some contact when you finally get to the edge, and those guys who can hold that point of it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ben Heaney leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Well, that was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. Back to throw, Tannehill. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Alert! Alert! Alert!
Now after the INT, it's Carr escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
Cameron Wake may have begun his career in Canada, but in the NFL, he's been one of the top pass rushers since he's entered the league.
So 2nd and 10 here. One receiver to the left is Cooper.
All right, here we go. Hello, baby. Alert. Alert. Hello, baby. Alert. Alert.
And the wideout in motion. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Defense is going to every game talking about winning the early downs to make 3rd down a difficult assignment for an offense. On that play, the defense accomplished its goal.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Zebra. 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 Zebra.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down.
Hey, we're going to rally. Hello, baby. Alert. Alert.
And he motions the wide receiver.
Zebra. Zebra.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Another pistol look here. Tannehill now. They give to Ajayi. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side.
Zebra. 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 Hey.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to look deep now for Landry. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play for the Dolphins here on 3rd down. 48 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
They'll run the option left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and last time out went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do, and the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On first down, Carr. Flush to his right. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for the... Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Hey, we go rally. Rally. We ready? Ready. Hold on, baby. Alert. Alert. Hold on, baby. Alert. Alert.
Carr now on first down. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Here we go. Ready. Hold on, baby. Alert. Alert. Hey, we go rally. Rally.
Carr will try it again on second down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Neville Hewitt in there to drop him for a loss on the play. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Zebra. 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 Zebra.
From the gun now on third down, Carr eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Ajayi. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. So here's 3rd and 20, and with a long yardage, defense going with a nickel look. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he loses the football a second time. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw is Tannehill. And Fasano here brings it in. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We'll come back to Oakland after this. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying for his tight end, the veteran Anthony Fasano. And that takes us from second to third down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football. But a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now it's Tannehill. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 17 yards on the pickup. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. So they're operating in the red zone. And goal, Drake. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with a jive. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So 3rd and goal, the defense in the dime.
Can still bring pressure.
They run again with a jive. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the 2nd quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coach...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 4th down, Gary Kubiak will send in the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get 1st downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
We ready?
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Alert! Hello, baby, alert!
On 2nd down, here's Carr. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And still fighting. There he goes, Amari Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, 77 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series. whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. On first down, Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. One receiver to the left is Cooper.
Here we go. Red 18. Red 18. Zebra.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Byron Maxwell. So now here come the Dolphins. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll start out on the ground with a Johnny. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And that was a little tough to watch. You kept thinking he might be able to get away. Then you watched him just keep going further and further backward.
Just fall down. Just fall down at some point instead of getting driven back into your own end zone. That play's definitely not salvageable. You end up costing your team points.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here we go. Wide and baby, alert.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Hey, we're going to rally. Rally. All right, here we go. Hey, we're going to rally. Rally. Hold on, baby. Alert. Zebra. Hey, we're going to rally. Rally. Hold on, baby. Alert.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
This is Ajayi. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Three yards to go here on 2nd down. It's a 4-receiver look to the right side. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Dolphins are going to get a 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll run the option left. On 1st down, Drake. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They send Parker in motion left. Throwing again is Tannehill. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The tight end Julius Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And it's caught by Parker. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Tannehill looking to throw. That's caught at the 1. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And the back goes into motion.
Zebra!
Now Carr throwing on second down. Flushed out right. And some room to work. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Alert! Here we go! Wide and Yates! Wide and Yates! Hold on, baby! Alert!
Throwing on first. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
Hold on, baby! Alert! We ready? Red 18!
And the wideout in motion.
Hey, we go rally!
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. After the interception, here's Tannehill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Now Tannehill, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
We ready? Oh, baby, alert! Alert! Zebra! Zebra! Hey, we go rally! Rally! Hey!
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Hey, we're going to rally. Rally.
Halfback sent in motion.
Hey, we're going to rally. Rally.
From midfield, here's Carr. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Hey, we're going to rally. Rally.
Carr now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. Second and very short here, less than a yard.
Here we go. Zebra. Zebra.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Rally. Rally.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Hey, we're going to rally. Rally. Hey, we're going to rally. Rally.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Defense showing blitz.
Hey, we're going to rally. Rally. All right, here we go. Zebra.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
Hey, we're going to rally. Rally. Zebra. Zebra.
Carr now on first down. Being chased out left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Koamisi in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Zebra. Zebra. All right, here we go. Come on, baby. Alert. Alert.
So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go. Wide 88. Wide 88. Come on, baby. Alert. Alert. Hey, we're going to rally. Rally.
And he motions the wide receiver.
Zebra. Zebra.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it into his receiver, Cooper. 3rd down here.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Come on, baby. Alert. Alert. Zebra. Zebra.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And his kick here is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. Five wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side.
Zebra. Zebra.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get it to John. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
3rd down now following the completed pass. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Here's Tannehill. Muscles him off. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Back now in the East Bay. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Dolphins going on 4th. It's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it's 1st down, Miami. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Tannehill on first down. It's caught by Carew. There he goes left side. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They send Parker in motion left. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he finds Parker here, complete. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
They'll run the option left, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way.
And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And the back goes into motion. Carr now on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 14 there, and that'll be good for an Oakland first down. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
All right, here we go. Wide, zebra. Stay it open. Hey, we're going to rally.
On first down, Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Carl try it again on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 4 on the play. And that'll bring up a third down. And quickly they get to the line. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Halfback sent in motion. Throwing his car on third down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up fourth. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield, and if they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Now Carr, gotta have this one. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They run with Ajayi. And some room to roam now. And Jay Ajayi's going to go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jay Ajayi with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing on first down is Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Carr now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Now they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Again, it's Carr. And the third down pass falls incomplete. Cooper again the target, and that brings up 4th down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down. So the D-line. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Hey, we're going to rally. We ready? Red 18. Hey, we're going to rally. Rally.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Come on, baby. Alert. Alert.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Give him 14 on the play. And on fourth and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And they're going to speed things up here. On first and 10, here's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense, but a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
And the back goes into motion. Carr now on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Carr will try it again on second down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And the wideout in motion. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking to get it into his receiver, Cooper, and now it's third down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Throwing his Carr on third down. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Carr, got to have this one. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about...
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Their big tight end, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders get a score closer. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Carr will look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now it's Ajayi, and he's got some space here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Tannehill going to throw it. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And now the offense operates in the red zone. In motion comes the tight end left. On first down, it's Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
In motion left is Thomas. Tannehill. It's complete to Parker, left side. Well, Charles.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.